How's going on, guys? Jay's Daily here with Jester.
Hello, guys.
Hey, so today we're going to be talking about Darkseid versus Barbatos, the new Darkseid that's appeared in Dark Crisis and Infinite Frontier, and we're going to talk about who we think wins. Jester, you want to start with Darkseid?
Well, this new Darkseid has seemed to come forth some interesting scaling, one trying to quintessence, which me personally I don't think is much of a feat, knowing that all these guys are very weak in comparison to a couple other regular Earth heroes. I don't care as much as people use the statement of them transcending their dimensional plane and going to another plane of existence. It doesn't mean anything. People beat up on Mexi all the time. Now the question is, how strong is this Darkseid really, since his feat is pretty trash? Well, he takes a piece of the great darkness that they're holding hostage there and then becomes this greater entity and was able to fight on par with the empty hand until he amps him by mistake, and even after he amps him, is still able to get licks off him and hurt him. So where this would be is this empty hand who seems to have control of the previous dark crises that have happened before, so he should at least be a perpetual level threat or above, since he's implied that everything before that was evil or of the sorts is just in control of him, and everybody else is just an aspect of him, and he's just the hand of a greater entity. And so that would mean Darkseid is equal to the hand of the great darkness.
When it comes to like Barbatos, the main thing I would go with is the fact that Barbatos did kill the World Forger, turned on him and killed him as stated within Dark Knight's medal. The importance of this is because Mr. Mixie, when he's talking about the multiverse, he says the four strongest beings in existence at that point, or like some of them, apart from like maybe Superman, since Superman seemed to be external from that conversation, were the World Forger, Anti-Monitor, Monitor, and Perpetua, as they were all seeing in the sixth dimension. Now, the reason this is important is Barbatos managing to kill the World Forger would definitely put him on the higher echelons of the multiverse at the time, or at least like the main multiverse at the time, which is where I'd probably say he's probably stronger than the likes of Mr. Mixie, who didn't think he could exist in that realm. So, Jester, who do you think wins this fight?
Well, I think the obvious winner is this current Darkseid. So while, Barbatos killing the World Forger is quite an impressive feat, the World Forger is literally nothing in comparison. He lost to a sun-dipped Superman who probably is just one of like a stronger version of a sun-dipped Superman who is evil from another darker multiverse, is literally like a TDK goon and a TDK creation goon, and then TDK could fight Perpetua, and I think she's just a piece of like, or just a part of like a darker entity, right, which is just the empty hand who claims like all like these previous dark crises were influenced by him. So taking that into account and him saying that he's just a piece of like a greater puzzle, and Darkseid being relative to this guy, I'd say like Darkseid would zero diff Barbatos with no difficulty.
Yeah, I feel like people try and use the idea that like Darkseid was getting like hurt at the start as some indicator that he's far weaker than the anti-hand, which I don't think is the case. His Omega Beam still definitely hurt him. I feel like there's a lot of context that people ignore in Dark Crisis that really support the idea that Darkseid's probably a lot more equal than they say.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like and subscribe. Definitely gonna make more DC content in the future. See you guys.